as we grow older, as life, comes at you, and maybe life looks a little bit different to what you thought it would be.
Yeah.
There's a bit of like a urgency and a fear that you operate in. And that sometimes makes you make decisions in terms of relationships, whatever, that you wouldn't necessarily, or that don't ring true to you.
Like, I have to be a success because my parents can't come out of Kimberley, or my mom can't come
huge.
out of Kimberley, and then they rising, and then I'm gonna flop the legacy.
Hello to all my online besties. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for trusting me to deliver you quality content only, period. This week's episode is an episode I'm really excited for because we spoke about so many different things, from trusting people, setting boundaries in friendships, communicating your feelings as an adult, all the way until the scarcity mentality that we as girls tend to face as we get older, which is kind of scary, but we survived or whatever. But I really do hope that you enjoy this conversation. Feel free to screen record and share anything. Tag me on social media so we can get the FOMO going. Let the people know what they're missing out on. Otherwise, I'm gonna stop yapping and get onto the actual conversation. Enjoy the podcast episode. Cheers.
Barbara.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to yet another episode of That's Funny. Today, I've got some fabulous women on the podcast, and they're gonna introduce themselves because I think that people do better justice to themselves than if I do, because then I'll just overthink. So,
The queen of overthinking.
Yeah,
literally.
truly, and honestly, go for it.
Okay, hi guys, it's me, your girl B, Bokang from the B Word.
Your girl B.
Listen,
You want us
the
to
B
get
in. Hey, my sister, we love you, but
The original babe.
That's funny.
The new
actually,
HP.
well, she was before me.
She's the new HP.
She
was
was
born
literally
before.
you are
the-
the girl B. That was her
Oh,
tagline.
that's your girl.
Yeah, it's your girl B. That was her thing.
Welcome to Live Amp. We love you.
Exactly.
Yeah, anyways, I'm Bokang, YouTuber, love of your life, as you will discover.
Oh.
Content girl, the girl from the B Word. I think I already said that.
Hi, my name is Dile. Thank you guys for having me on the podcast. I'm just a simple girl from Carefree, where we do
Simple,
conversations, we do food, and we do laughter. I'm not happy to be on That's Funny.
That's funny. That's funny. So, to get us into the spirit of the conversation, obviously by the title of this episode, you already know what we're getting into. But I thought it'd be nice for us to have a little icebreaker, just so we can be comfortable with each other,
Okay.
feel each other,
Because I don't know you guys.
So we're gonna play a quick game of Never Have I Ever.
Okay.
Lovely. You know how this gets, but we don't have anything to like.
Yeah, so
we
can't do
we can't even do fingers because the podcast people won't hear us.
Okay, what do you say? I have.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
So, never have I ever humiliated myself on a date.
Oh, every date.
Every date. Don't say that.
I want to see how you handle me.
That's
what did
crazy.
you do?
So you intentionally
No,
tested.
I don't intentionally do it, but like I know that I'm going to say something very embarrassing or do something very embarrassing.
Yeah, and if
Mostly
they can
say-
vibe with it.
Yeah, how you make me feel out there. If you make me feel judged, you're not getting a second date.
Okay.
Because
That's very
Can I have an example? Because humiliate is quite the word.
Maybe I feel like it's humiliating,
Yeah.
but maybe like I'd say it's something small. So like I'd say something wrong or like because I'm always talking and I'm always like thinking I'm funny. So some jokes don't land, and then there's like humiliating.
Oh,
You're supposed to
yeah,
get that.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't think I've humiliated myself on a date.
Prim and proper.
Just in general. No, just in life, that's where it's humiliating. But on a date, can somebody ask me on a date? That's the question.
Wow.
Perhaps if that happens, I'll get the chance.
Nah.
As for now, I'm
The
clean
advertiser myself.
record.
I love it. And you know this channel is 94% women.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, girls,
So there's
call your brothers.
call your cousins, please.
down.
I almost said call your
What's up?
husbands.
Oh, no. No.
It's a high number.
It's 94, right? I was shocked when I found out too. I was like,
Love that.
94%.
The ladies love
women?
it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I love that also. I
I'm
just
always
like
60-40.
really on Instagram. It's
Everything.
like that. There are a whole lot more men on my Instagram. I cannot be imagine.
Ah,
Say something. Oh my god. Say something. But yeah, that's kind of how it works.
That's vibes.
So, never have I ever flashed someone. Okay, I have. I literally flashed them. I flashed them like 20 times today.
Literally.
When I took off my clothes, Kim was like, my friend is so free.
Yowdy.
I love that.
I said, oh,
Boys.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
No, what?
Flashing people, but not strangers.
But not strangers,
Like
but
your
it's like,
friends.
yeah.
Or you're just like,
You flash them for fun.
woo! Shame. I
used to do that
sometimes
a
like to
lot.
make my friends a bit uncomfortable. Because I know some of them. So I'm just saying, hey.
Hey, that's a buoy.
Please, I'll literally faint.
Really?
Man, you were doing just that.
Yeah, but it was because we had reached a consensus that we are all getting naked
Changing,
now.
yeah.
So it
I
was
can just be
fine.
like,
But now you'll just be sitting and then you say, look at me and my flesh. I will scream.
No, don't
Really?
I will literally scream. I was like, when my mom gets naked in front of me, I'm like, please stop, woman, put on your clothes.
What?
Hey, boy, your own mother.
That is your career of life.
I know, but that's just like for
You
me. It's
came
like,
from her
unless
loins.
we are all getting
know?
naked, nobody's getting naked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not really are you guys like more of a free, okay, I'm clearly not, but at home nudist vibe?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So now I'm confused.
I'm not.
Some things are lie here.
What's going on? What is
Okay,
the lie?
yeah. I'm not a nudist. My dad calls me a nudist, but that's because he's extreme. I walk around in my underwear a lot.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I just try to wear as many dresses, skirts, and like thigh freeing things as possible because my thighs get really hot when I panic or have to think.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't mean to get
No, so if I have to like think, my thighs get really hot. So whenever I write exams or tests and stuff on campus, I literally wear
You need to let
dresses.
the thighs
and then
breathe.
yes, the thighs need to breathe.
Just air it out.
Yeah, so I'm a nudist in that I wear minimal clothing, but I'm not naked. But my neighbors, I sometimes,
Neighbors have seen things.
yeah, they have. Because my things will be on the washing line and be like, and then I run over and grab it and then come back.
Oh.
Yeah, so they've probably seen my butt
I
cheeks.
definitely like I wear like robes and things like I can be naked and then just wear like a little cloth just for the breeze.
The breeze.
For the breeze.
No, guys.
But I live alone. So.
Layers.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm like just a cold person in general. But then also, we don't have that culture here. I feel like if I lived alone, then
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
you get a new apartment, it's gonna get crazy.
Actually, you made me think of something.
Yeah.
Do you ever leave? Okay, let me phrase it in a never have I ever kind of question.
Okay.
Never have I ever left the house without underwear on.
That thing.
Listen.
A lot.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Girl, you gotta let her breathe and catch that breeze for real.
Like, I've heard the conversation around like, some days.
But
you
of
must
course
just
not
let-
like not with skirts.
Yeah, that
and,
is
and
good.
free flowing
So you
Then it's like-
don't wear underwear, you wear jeans.
Like this kind of pants?
yeah, like free
Just
flowing
walk around.
things. Then the girl is saying, "Hey."
Yeah.
When I enter the room, feel confident.
Also, sometimes if you just have, all you have are granny panties available, but you cannot have that panty line showing, so you just get rid of it. Or if I wear like a long skirt or long dress,
Yes. Oh my goodness. Hey.
you know?
Wow.
Close to the air.
That's so
Let
scary.
your girlie say hi.
I really thought it was like a hypothetical. Like Twitter, there's so many
Yeah.
discussions that like in
That's
real
what
life
I'm
you definitely would not
Like
do
no
that.
bra,
free,
also.
girl.
Just
I mean, no
everything.
bra. I hear.
Everybody's just. I'm just alive, man.
Ooh, so y'all be walking around just jiggling?
I'm not wearing a bra right now.
I mean, same, but
yeah.
like I'm not outside.
Jiggling.
YouTube is not.
You would not wear
not
this outside?
I've
you'd wear it with a
I've
bra?
never worn this dress in public.
So
Wow.
cute.
Yeah, it's
What
a very nice
shame.
dress. I think it's cute. I don't have the power to
Like if you go to like a brunch or birthday or like
I
just
think
an
it'll be
event.
cute, but I don't have like. Then I have to walk like I'm wearing this dress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I have to do like the wiggle wiggle, and I'm just like, there's something so shameful about like.
Huh.
I'm telling you. Okay, not shameful. Shameful's not the word. Embarrassing. I think maybe it's because I grew up with like a tomboyish. Not really tomboy, but like I'll just like sneakers and jeans was my
Whatever
vibe.
happens.
So now when I wear heels, heels give you that little sway.
And you are a heels girl.
And I am, do you understand? So
Yeah.
the problem is my personality versus my shame will not collide. So I'll wear this on Instagram and on YouTube. but I won't wear it outside.
I get that. Having
Yes.
clothes for
Content
Really?
and clothes for real life.
There's some clothes I'd wear on camera, but I wouldn't necessarily wear it walking. Especially, it depends where you are as well.
Yeah.
Like, city-wise. Like, some Victoria just
She's
cannot
like, I'm
handle sometimes, you know? It just doesn't fit in.
Then
It's
yeah.
like, this is like, you know...
Oh, because I do a lot of lunches and dinners and stuff. So
Yeah.
like,
You see?
okay, my lifestyle.
It's your
correlates.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I'm a homebody.
Yeah, no, I'm very like, guys, let's go out for drinks.
And I love that we are just like diving into this conversation.
Yeah.
So, first off, we need to know, okay, which stage of the 20s are you in? Are you in the during? Are you in the middle, the beginning, the end?
The end is
Guys,
I feel like your end is near.
No, she's in the middle.
I'm about to go out, guys. But you can guess, I'd love... If you just saw me...
If I saw you now, I
Yeah.
swear you just got here. Not just got here, let me
I
not
just
lie.
Like 23.
But let's 23, like you just starting, you just the middle 24. Yeah, I would say
Like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're so...
Fresh
Yeah, like
energy.
maybe like 2 years older than you, but not too old, darling.
Yeah, that's...
Because I'm like, no, man.
I was shocked.
I feel like older girls is like,
I was so shocked. I said, what?
I'm gonna confess.
I was like,
Guys, please comment. I just want to see in the comments.
And then you
how
also
old do you think
comment
we all
mine.
are?
Yeah.
Before you... Well, Banks, they already
Yeah,
know.
they already know. I'm
But
22.
Me and Gil, how old do you guys think we are at this point? Your time to comment. Okay, you've already typed. I mean, come
Yeah,
on. Give you
please
enough time. The big reveal.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Should I
wrong.
reveal or should we guess everyone? Even though we know. But like, Banks, you
No, we know.
Do you wanna guess
honestly
age?
look
I know your age.
older.
I know both of you personally, so I know your ages. Do you see what I'm
That's
saying?
true. But like, just looking at you guys, do you guys think you look your age?
The thing is, it's very weird. Some people think I look older. Some people think I'm in matric.
Yeah. I think people are very extreme with my age. So I like, have like when I tell people my age, they'll be like, "You're not 25." I'm like, "What do you mean I was 25? What made you think?"
But I
was
get them both
25?"
for me. For me, I get them both.
Yeah, but then someone else will say, "Oh, I thought you were 18." But that's
Okay,
I
that
think
one
it
is
depends
shocking.
on which day you see me.
But I'm happy.
Yeah, with you guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I saw you like this, dressed up like this,
Oh.
I would skew to the older.
Really? Above 25?
No, not
no.
above 25.
Towards.
Definitely not. No, I think maybe like 23, 24. Not you
Am I
24.
older?
You maybe like 23. Yeah, you're 23 on the dot. That's, I think,
23 on
simply
the dot.
because you do have a more mature vibe that I...
Maybe it's my voice.
Oh,
Is it because I speak like a man?
You just... It's 1 year age difference.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, I think yes, 23, 24. That's what I would say.
That's what I'm saying.
That-
I think it depends on the day that you
Exactly.
see.
On a normal day, like on your Instagram stories,
You think I'm 18.
listen.
Exactly.
Not even 16.
Oh, that's crazy. But in my head,
Yeah,
I am
I mean-
16.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Every time someone says you're an adult.
Yeah. I'm a woman?
Like my little brother will say things to me like, I need an adult too. I said, what? So you're asking me?
Okay.
I'm not an adult. Go ask your mom. Like, get it together.
No, I just got here very much in the beginning. Very much in the the beginning.
How old
You
are you?
just
My
opened
sister's
the door.
confessed.
Huh?
How old are you?
I let them figure out one day. I'm feeling they're gonna figure out in like 2 weeks probably. I am
At this very
21.
moment.
At this very moment of recording, or at the very moment of... See, the confusion is hard.
At the moment, okay, my
At the moment, 21. Yeah.
21 years old.
Just got
Guys, I apparently look 24. I'm actually 27.
Yeah, ne?
Stop it.
Yeah.
Now tell the truth now. Shame the devil.
No, honestly, it doesn't
crazy.
make
Like,
sense
you're-
in my mind.
Like you serious, like you are
You
an
know my
adult.
mother had a child at your age.
See? No, listen, my
My
mom...
mom had her first child at 22.
Hey, mom.
Oh,
My
wow.
brother made me aware of this because I think there was a day we were just talking in the house and mom was like, I got married at 21. And then we all paused and looked
Wow.
at me. And then I was like, am I ready for marriage?
I can't even hold a man for longer than 3 months. And that's because I don't want to. Not even because I don't want to.
But 22.
To say I'm gonna decide to marry a man and have a kid. I could not even imagine it.
So what do you think? What have you learned in your 20s about men and relationships or just relationships in general? Because, yeah.
Go for it,
Age before
Jeffrey.
I'm playing.
Oh my gosh. I think this probably like spans like across like your 20s in general, not just relationships. But one thing I've definitely learned is that there's no timeline. Like we just said, mom got married 22, already had a kid at whatever.
27,
it's
yeah.
completely up to you. So whether you are now on your 5th engagement and you're like, oh my God, you know, like, oh my gosh, the clock is ticking. There is no clock. Okay, the clock is up to you. Whether you're like, oh, I need to now get married, or you're like, oh my gosh, I am pushing 30 and I've not even kissed a boy.
I will.
Listen, it happens.
Yeah,
And I
different
think,
timeline.
you know, or, you know, I haven't experienced things that people my age have experienced, or I've never been in a relationship, and, you know, this is crazy. There's no timeline. Everything's going to happen when it happens, as long as you're comfortable with. So that's one thing in terms of relationships. In terms of men, you take it away.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be about men, but maybe what you wish you had known prior to entering your 20s about navigating relationships, both platonic and
Oh, so I changed the question.
Okay.
I'm not changing the question. It's the same question. I just
giving a bit more meat.
I gave it meat.
I gave it meat.
I gave it body.
I think it's funny. I think I would say that men are very
I'm afraid.
they're an interesting breed, number one, in the most way. Respectful, just a way. In the most way. Men are they're quite similar in their behaviors.
Similar,
Yeah.
but not the same.
Yeah. So they're quite similar in like if you do this, they're gonna respond like this. If you do that, they're gonna do that.
She said, roll my eyes.
They're very like, God here and I'm tired. I'm tired.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh. So I would say that what I wish I knew was that, because I feel like I don't know how to phrase the English, man. The podcast needs you to have English.
You need to be heard.
That just translates through. I would say I wish I knew that, because then I wouldn't have, I don't want to say I wouldn't have put too much effort, but I wouldn't have been like a try hard in the beginning. Because there was really no need. I just had to genuinely just be, and then see the reactions with just being. Yeah.
Can I add to that, or something related to that? Something I am currently learning, and it's so hard. I'm really sitting in my role as the elder 20 in the group. But what I've learned over the years is, I think as we grow older, as life, you know, comes at you, and maybe life looks a little bit different to what you thought it would be.
Yeah.
There's a bit of like a urgency and a fear that you operate in, and that sometimes makes you make decisions in terms of relationships, whatever, that you wouldn't necessarily, or that don't ring true to you. And what I found for myself at a certain point is that I really had a scarcity mindset, especially when it came to men.
I was actually going to ask you, because I'm like, the closer you get to 30, doesn't it get like harder to date and harder to...
When you have that thing, that's definitely the case. And especially if you are in a relationship or it doesn't work out, or you meet someone that ticks all the boxes and it doesn't work out, you kind of get fearful. And you're like, oh my gosh, I actually need to find anyone at this point. Yeah. And there's this quote that I don't know where I came, whether it was TikTok, whether it was Google, but there's this idea that if there's one, there's 100.
Yeah. Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I met this guy and he's like, got everything amazing, but it didn't work out. Yeah. Then instead of like being scared, or like just hoping and like waiting and praying, holding on to that, or like, you know, just getting whatever I can get. Yeah. If I can meet that one person out of the 7 billion of the world, there's at least 100 people just as good in its own. And it just allows you to walk in life more freely, more open, and with an abundance mindset and less fear. So that's definitely like that's the lesson in relationships and in life, like even in jobs.
It reminds me of Kyo's quote of you mustn't go shopping when you're hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't go shopping when you're hungry.
Yeah. I learned that actually. One of the things I also learned, because I was talking to my father about this, and he was saying that a lot of women, we hold on to things because yes, he is 80%, but if I leave him, what if I go and I get 70?
You know?
So I'm literally echoing what you're saying.
I think that's how people who are in long-term relationships that are not working out kind of think. It's like, but I've built with this person for 7 years. I'm 26. If I leave him, will I find someone?
That's literally it.
Scary.
That's crazy.
so
Imagine
scary.
being with someone for like so long.
But that's
7
the thing,
plus
it's
years.
real though. And how do you get over that? Like, I actually think about it as one of my biggest fears. Like, imagine you find yourself in a long-term relationship. You've seen your entire life with this person. And when you are reaching the end of the countdown, 28, 29, oh,
But you know what's crazy?
Where do
A
you start?
lot of relationships that, I've seen quite a few. Let me not say a lot. I've seen quite a good number of people where they've dated for a long time and then it didn't work out. They were like holding on. The last 2 years, they were really just holding on to something. They break up, then they have like, of course, a breakup period and they get over it. Then they date someone for a year, then they married.
Yeah.
Praise God.
Yo,
Do you know how
and you built somebody else's husband?
Yeah,
And
basically.
then someone else built your husband.
Yeah, I received.
We're all
But
working.
also, don't be built. Can I build you? Thank you.
Of course,
Like,
there's an
let's build
adjustment.
together.
Of course,
Yeah.
you don't come into a house not thinking that you're gonna repaint. Of course, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying.
absolutely.
So yeah, I just feel like there was a point I had. I left it in the brain.
It's fine.
The
You'll
back
get
of
back
the
to it.
brain.
We've been speaking
Yeah.
about them too much. They don't deserve that much. But actually, wait, before we go, because I feel like there might be someone who thinks like me. I didn't know. And I found out this year, guys, don't judge me, ne?
Can't promise that. But it is a safe
Don't judge
space.
me.
Continually judging
I
my
found out this year that if I say yes to a date, that doesn't mean I'm obligated to date you. I didn't know.
What do you mean you found that out this year, Bax? Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't know.
There is
I
a
didn't
huge
know.
problem.
So I realized, like,
speechless.
I was like, there are so many people that I actually could have gone on dates with just for the sake of getting to know someone better. That I didn't, because in my head I was like, yo, I'm not sure if I can commit to you. And then I was
so
like,
you
no.
you don't even have to date someone even after the 10th date.
Oh no. But I didn't know that.
Oh no,
I didn't
know that.
I didn't know that
Know it now.
you date people with the intention of getting to know them better, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're in a relationship. I didn't know. I was like, okay.
So that's why I'm sure when people came with you the interest, it was like, no, because you are not boyfriend material from the jump.
from the jump, like,
Yeah.
so
I
what
know
I'm
them
saying,
though from the jump.
Or
I
just from the
know,
surface,
but like,
yeah.
I was like, hey, I have a spirit of discernment. You know what I'm saying? I discern.
Oh yeah, you're not the one.
I'm discerning that, ooh. And you know what the thing is? I feel like my gut is very, very good. I'm calling it gut, but it's probably
I
Holy
think
Spirit.
everyone's gut Holy Spirit is really good, but I don't think it really hurts to just see.
Yes.
One date.
I know that now.
Yeah,
now,
You see,
yeah,
now I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So
Please, if you like
I'm
Bax.
so
If you
sorry.
like Bex and become like Bex.
You can go on the date. It's not arranged marriage.
It's not.
I
Okay.
didn't know.
You don't
I
even
had
have to go on a
absolutely
second
no idea.
date because you
No,
went on
you
a
don't
first
have
date.
to. You really don't.
You don't.
Yo, I regretted my most recent second date just because they told me, be open, just give him a chance, see.
But the
Holy Spirit told you.
He said, don't go there.
That's how I'm like, maybe I'm just too hard on these niggas.
No, I'm hard, yeah. I'm hard.
For
Are
good
you hard on
reason.
yourself though? Have you been hard on yourself in your 20s? Were you hard on yourself?
I was born hard on myself though. Yeah, it contributed to a lot of the anxieties and the mental what's. But
We're not laughing.
I'm
It's
not
so serious. And that's the thing with this podcast is that's why I named it That's Funny, because I feel like a lot of the conversations we have on here, we laugh about now, but once upon a time, that was not funny. It was not.
yeah, it was like everything. Like everything I did had to be perfect. Like for example, my marks. I'd be like, no, I got 79. I don't understand. I hate 9. To this day, I hate the number 9. I hate, it truly makes me want to vomit. But that's not the case. So I've always been really hard on myself. And even was to a point where my parents were like, "God, it's okay. Just do your best. Like, just do your... What's the best? I'm trying to do better than best here. Okay? You don't understand.
Where do you think that came from though?
It came from being the only child. So from my mom's side, it's being the only child, and we are the only ones that really came out of Kimberley. So like I have to be a success because my parents can't come out of Kimberley, or my mom can't come out of Kimberley, and then they rising, and then I'm gonna flop the legacy. Then from my dad's side, I am the first grandchild.
Ooh.
So I can't let my cousins look up to me.
Prodigal child.
Yeah.
Dynamics are dynamic.
It's dynamic, yeah. So I can't let my cousins look up to me, and there's nothing to look up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
Makes sense.
scary. Sure. Like, I thought I was hurting myself there, but you.
You are also. Where does that come from and why?
Hey, why are you calling me out? It's my podcast.
I know this because I listen to your podcast.
Okay, yes, you are right. I don't know where it comes from. I think it's probably like now it's gonna get political, you see now. So
Okay.
I think it probably stems from the fact that not having the typical body of a black girl and constantly being rejected, the only way that I could get acceptance was by being the best, and that's how everyone would see value in me. So growing up, I knew that people wouldn't value me for how I looked because I wasn't pretty enough. I was too dark. I didn't have the bums. And bums, guys, I really don't like how much you... Actually, I was listening to this podcast and they were speaking about this BBL culture and how people want to judge women who get BBLs. But the truth is, black women who get... or women of any race, actually, who get BBLs are doing it because... sometimes it's for your livelihood. Like, your social capital depends on how big your butt is.
Yeah.
It's wild, right? And so no matter how much you work in your career, the achievements, the amount of talent that you have, skill that you obtain, if you don't have that social currency in some careers, then you're not going to progress.
And then they turn around and judge you.
For getting
For
the butt,
doing
but you just
what
wanted to
you
put pressure on the
pressured me
table.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So for me, it was like, I knew that at the time, obviously, I didn't think, I can get a BBL. No, I was like, either skin lightening creams, but then my mom said no. So then I was like, I guess now I have to be number one at everything. And so that's what I did.
I think the common factor with all of us in terms of being hard on ourselves comes from like this desire for excellence, or just knowing that we have the potential to be excellent. And maybe in other phases of our lives, we were, in high school, we got those marks, after varsity, or in whatever area, as a kid, you were able to reach those benchmarks. So now in your 20s, when there aren't as clear markers,
There's no markers. What do you mean?
you know
no
what I
top
mean?
10.
Exactly, there's no top 10. But you do also are exposed to other people more, and you can see other people seemingly being the top achiever or going to the next level. Then as someone who's so used to being the best and easily attaining that or having the capacity to attain that, then when you don't, it makes you harder on yourself.
It's a disgusting cycle, eh?
See, but now it also affects how I have relationships with other people because the same way that I hold myself to a high standard, I hold other people to that kind of standard if you're trying to be in my personal life.
Which
and in my
I feel like
inner
it's
circle.
fair though.
You say that, but it gets toxic when
Okay.
I cut people off because you're playing too much. What's going on?
But you are playing too much. Now must I make myself smaller or make myself, what's this? Do you just settle for just because you're there? And I feel sorry for you. Like I don't know how to
You feel
explain it.
sorry for me.
Like I need to stay and be with you because I need to not be so hard. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you have to settle.
I hear you.
There's no, because it can get toxic to think that you're being too hard to the point where you just take anything.
I hear that. But I'm not on that extreme.
In terms of what?
Being
Hard on people.
hard on people to the extent that I would settle.
Okay.
Or like trying to not be hard on people to the
Okay.
extent that I
Yeah,
settle.
just make sure that you don't go to the other extreme because not even extreme when
She was actually shouting at me on the car right here. She was like, you're very... I'm either extremely trusting of you or not trusting at all.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've had to learn in my 20s is I need to figure out... the balance between not being naive, but also not being...
cutting off everyone.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds so far-fetched, but it's so real.
Yeah.
How do you manage your friendships?
I've had very long lasting friendships. A lot of my closest friends, we've been friends since school, primary, you know?
Wow. Yeah.
And then obviously like the friends that I made in my adulthood, it's been like at least 5 years now that we've been friends together. And I think for the most part, the friendships were easier to navigate because we were all on the same level doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But then now I'm starting to see the differences, especially, you know, things that you would never realize. I mean, something like money, you know,
Ooh, money
is a real thing.
Money.
So now, you know, you want to go on a trip or you want to go out to, something as simple as out to eat or brunch,
and
you know,
you are working.
Exactly. You
or
have
they just got
capacity.
into like internships like a year ago and they're like, I don't understand why you think we can go out. And then me, I'm now a top YouTuber. I'm doing like the most. And
You
I'm
know?
like, the pricing is just like
Or the other way around, you know, maybe they are so successful in their
Yes, they have
business.
doctorates
And then they're
and-
like, okay, guys, we're going to get this Airbnb at the
Yes.
girls' trip. Everyone pays 10K for accommodation
So then
only.
you said,
You're like, oh my God. So what I've realized is that just honestly, open communication has always just been the best thing for me and my friends. And then just kind of understanding that it might be a bit frustrating if like we honestly can't see each other because you're always working or you can't afford it right now.
Yeah.
But like,
Then we need
really,
an intervention, my F. We need to call an intervention. In terms of you are always busy, but
Busy working.
No, but I'm
every
saying
day you are
that's
working.
true,
My
that's
sister
true.
rests.
yeah, like just rest, just breathe.
Yeah.
But if it's a thing of like, you know, financially it's a bit tight, then you need to understand. You as a friend need to know, if I value this relationship, I must also have empathy and understand that, you know what, we can't always do the brunch or whatever.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we can't be friends and we still can't like connect. So maybe
call.
let's have a call instead. It's just
Yeah.
about like now adapting.
And that's the thing. Like
Adapt
for
or
me,
die.
that's what's killing me in relationships is the fact that I'm like, it's almost like people don't want to think. Like you don't want to take the effort to think around
Beyond
this.
you.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, you can't come to the girls' trip. Oh well. And then we're like, oh, my sister, this is the part where you say, okay, then this is how we can navigate it. Let's find a way to,
Yeah.
maybe you can't come with us, but maybe we can organize another trip where you'll be able to come. Or I don't know if it's, I can't come see you because I'm working 24/7. I can go into the bathroom, you know, during my lunch break and just take a 5-minute video call and say, hey, my sister, how's it going? Check up on you, all that kind. But it's just like the little things, because I think there are solutions to everything. There's no problem that's beyond repair.
I think you have to also accept sometimes that some people are gonna come to the party late. So like I had to learn this like at a very early age because again I'm an only child, so my parents were the only or the majority voices of reason in my life. So I would talk in a more mature way. And then I really was struggling to understand, why don't you get it? Why don't you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Why don't you understand? And they did understand, but it didn't land, you know? And I was like, they were just taking it as like, very lightly, very like, oh yeah, she's just talking again. So then it hit me in like maybe first, second year with some of the people that I knew when I talked to them, that they were like, oh, that's what you meant. And that's because like some people like need to experience, or they need to just be told again and again.
Hello, Editing Bags here. I just quickly wanted to interrupt you very, very quickly to remind you to please give this video a like if you are watching this on YouTube, or a quick 5-star review if you are listening to this via your streaming platform, because absolutely nobody buys stuff online without reading the reviews, right? The reviews is what tells the people that this is some good stuff, and I know you're digging it. So if you don't mind, I would absolutely appreciate you to give that review. It's absolutely free. It literally costs you absolutely nothing. And I'm gonna sit here until you actually review it, because thank you. I'm joking. Goodbye.
And even in speaking about communicating with your friends well, have you learned how to stand up for yourself? And what are some things that you wish you had known prior to entering your 20s about standing up for yourself?
Oh, I'm still learning boundaries. I'm still learning, and I have to learn,
And I have to learn.
I'm still learning boundaries and how to assert them. So I don't think this question really applies to me right now. But
I think it does, because I don't think anyone ever perfects anything, but I definitely think even in your learning, there are probably things that you have learned.
yeah, I think I learned a big thing I had to learn. Was it this year or late last year? But it was somewhere in these times. Was that I didn't think I was, but I'm a people pleaser, but not to the extreme that like you go left and I want to go left with you. But because I want to make people so happy, and it's like in my nature to just want to make people laugh. I always want to make people comfortable. I always want to make people like, I never want to shake up.
Sometimes it's
the
at your
friendship.
expense.
Yeah, so that's when you know that there's a bit of a people pleasing aspect to it. So I had to learn that sometimes I don't owe anyone a smile. I don't owe anyone to evoke their happiness. So in learning that, I had to also reframe the way I think about friendships and relationships, because then I don't walk in and I think I have to be the clown. You know, sometimes I want to actually have and shame. My friends, like, yeah, they will have serious conversations with me, but then in my mind, I'm like, I have to make a joke in between, because like we can't all be like serious. So I would say I'm learning how to assert boundaries for myself. Like sometimes we say assert boundaries and we mean other people. Yes, eventually I'll get there. But right now is to say, Gil, you don't have the energy to be so bubbly. It's okay to tone it down. And it hasn't. Fortunately for me, it hasn't shaken any one of my friendships. So yeah. What did you say?
I've definitely had to also learn, maybe not so much. I mean, I guess in another way, yes, standing up for yourself, but because I feel like that is more like in a situation where you're being like almost attacked, you know what I mean? But for me, it's more been a thing of like just vocalizing how I feel and speaking up, you know, and advocating for myself, you know, and not just going with the flow. I also can relate to the whole people pleasing thing, just because I used to fear confrontation, and I just like people liking me. Yeah, you know.
I think everyone does.
Yeah,
everyone. Some people that don't mind. They don't want to be hated, but they don't care if you like them or you don't like them. Okay, there's some people that really like them. They're my fighters. Let me tell you the truth.
They're your fighters.
Because wow, you walk in, you don't care, you believe, you don't care. Whether you believe,
you just believe.
You don't care what the impact you made. You just say like, yeah, I was here.
Okay,
I'm gone.
Thank you. Yeah, so for me, it's really just been a thing of, okay, Bokang, actually say what you feel. And I think as your friendship matures and grows and becomes more honest, it gives you a space to be able to say that freely. And it's just about like how you say it, you know, at the end of the day. It's not necessarily what you're saying. And then just understanding that if someone disagrees with you, it doesn't mean you're going to fight and you don't have to run away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it also just depends from friends to friends, because some that I'm not as close with, I'm still learning to like openly be like, no, this, or I don't like that. You know
what's so shocking? I can actually tell someone that I'm not as close to their lane and everything than someone who's like right here.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I can be like, it's very easy for me to confront someone who's like there and then be like, ish, no. But if like you're my chum, it becomes hard, because I really, really don't want to hurt your feelings. And I really like, because I know how you think, it's like I overcompensate by just saying nothing.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's bad. And they wouldn't appreciate that. That's the crazy thing. Like all of my close friends appreciate honesty. And for me to actually come up and be honest, it takes me a long time. So even all my friends, I've told them that the fact that I'm confronting you about this, know that it took me a while to try and get the words and try not to hurt your feelings. It's really me just telling you how it is, but it was nerve-wracking.
It was nerve-wracking.
Yeah, because I don't want the friendship to end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like people. A lot of people think I have a lot of friends, and I do have a lot of friends.
Yeah,
but
they use the term friends very loosely.
Yes, but I'm saying, okay, a lot of people think I have a lot of like close friends, like and I have like my selected people, to be honest, and I need those selected people to be there forever. And I know it's not like the most realistic thing to think, but for as long as I can keep them, I would be happy, because like I'm in an industry where things are crazy.
You are in the industry.
You know what I'm saying? So I need like my friends, or what my friends do for me is they root me a lot of the time. So I would really appreciate that rooting.
I get that.
Yeah, that's
and in the way that you carry yourself also, I'm like, because I'm listening to you guys and you guys sound so sure of yourselves. Oh my god.
Oh my dear.
Yeah, then what about you, Bags?
No, I'm sure. But you sound very sure too. Like you sound extremely sure. So for me, I'm like, if someone's watching this and they're much younger, because I think confidence and being sure of yourself and what you like. Actually, I think I want to know, how do you go about letting go of the younger version of yourself when you realize that actually I'm maturing and this, what used to serve me in that season, doesn't serve me anymore.
Okay, go first. I've been talking a lot.
Oh, shame.
Do that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like shedding off
The kids.
but it's the kid that's not useful, because there's some part of the kids that's very useful right now.
And keeps you safe, my God.
Yeah. But you go first.
I don't know if I definitely understand and agree with you guys of shedding the parts that aren't useful to you. But I don't really see it as letting go of my younger self. And like, if I go into level 27, the 26 years of my life are now not necessarily become irrelevant, but I'm no longer that person. I see myself as I am the 27-year-old version of me, as well as the 26th, 25th.
Yes.
And even the 14 and the 12 right now. Which is why I can have those moments where sometimes I'm like, they're telling me I'm grown, but I'm a kid. What are you saying? Or I can have fun and I can be foolish.
Yeah.
So for me, it's more of just like unlearning the bad behaviors or the toxic thinkings that I have. But I pride myself in just keeping and being like an accumulation of all my years. So right now I'm 26. I mean, no, I'm not. Well, I am. In my point, I'm 27, I'm 21, I'm 16, 9, 1 year old, all at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all of that right now.
Right now.
When I'm crying and I just want my mom, that's the baby that just came out. You know, when I'm sick, like I was recently sick and she was just like, come here. I'm that baby.
You know, every time you guys say when I cry, I'm like, why are you crying?
Why are you crying?
Stop crying.
That's you need to get in touch with your emotions.
You need to touch
I'll give you a couple of years.
It's the hyper independence in me.
Oh.
It's like, if I start crying, who's gonna keep it together?
Oh.
You don't have to keep it together
I don't
all
have
the
to
time.
keep it together, but things need to get
The
done.
black woman must be strong vibe.
I don't know. I think I'm just the eldest daughter.
I think that's
another
probably it.
thing.
I think that's what
It's
it
a
is.
bit of it. Research that, shame.
Yeah. But we're dealing with it. You know?
I think
Figuring it out.
for me, like recently, I read my diary from when I was 17.
Way, you have a diary.
Yeah.
You really live in a very democratic household.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
They didn't let you keep a diary.
They did, but hey guys,
What?
you guys wrote in diaries your parents didn't read.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure my mom has read a few things, because I literally let them lay around. It's not that deep. I even write low-key in code because I like in my
You
mind.
expect it to happen.
Yeah, my mom kind of likes
interesting.
things, but in the most beautiful way. I'm sure, like, if I'm going, but maybe she hasn't. Shame. Let me not accuse my lady.
Not like you, because you don't know.
I don't know, but like, I wouldn't mind if she did. Like, don't, mama. If you're watching, just don't do it. But if she did, I wouldn't. Nothing crazy has happened. Also, like, everything is like, it's in what's this? It feels extreme at the time when I'm writing it, but it's nothing like, oh, like I just had sex at 16. It's not that big. I'm not trying to say ish, but it is. Yeah. So yes. So I read my diary, and a lot of things. I read a poem.
Wait, you were writing poems in your diary.
What I'm experiencing right now
is the poetry.
Is what happened at 17. And I'm like, no, things have to change. Because at the same time, I do understand how you're an accumulation of all your ages.
Yeah.
But I can't keep on going through the same cycles and expecting something different.
Talk about it.
So I would say that I'm in the transition of figuring out what works and what's not working. So I was telling you guys earlier that how, like, with focusing on men, it's like it's changed. Like the way I approach men has changed. It stems from that, because I feel like I just give my emotions without really considering who am I really giving it to. Like really deeping it down.
It comes back to, are you naive?
Are you naive?
Or are you toxic?
Yeah.
I feel like there really needs to be a balance in everything. I think that's what I'm getting at. Like, in everything that you're saying, I'm just like, there needs to be a balance for everything.
Yeah, I think in your 20s, it's like you keep on just trying to find your balance all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you would think that it gets easier, because like, Last month,
New things keep on tripping you, man.
is crazy.
Once you're done here, it's the next thing.
You're just always trying to balance. That's all. I think that's what the 20s are about. Just always trying to balance and finding your feet while trying to get a bag. 'Cause you need the bag. You need the bag.
But I think it's important to be present, maybe in your 20s, and
100%.
give yourself the space to fail. Because obviously you're figuring this thing out, and also like your parents can help you, but they can only help you so much because they've never navigated the 20s in the day and age that we are in. I mean, when my mom was 20, it wasn't apartheid, was it?
It was.
Was it apartheid?
Really, it was.
Maybe it was apartheid. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the things that she had to navigate and deal with. Like, oh, do I have my dompas? Those kinds of stuff. Is like the policeman is he gonna take me and make me his concubine? Yeah? Like, okay, maybe I'm going a bit extreme, but like her problems are so different from us because we've got social media. Where now I see Kyo at 21 and Kyo just bought an apartment, and now I'm 22 and I'm saying, oh God, it's actually like, what's going on?
It's
You know what I mean?
major.
So the level of problems that I have in comparison to those that she had, I mean, she wasn't worried about her neighbor who was taken for a concubine, you know, because she didn't know, because she didn't have Instagram.
This concubine is
No, I think I was listening to a podcast and someone, I think it was Mpumi Ludaba's podcast, and they were talking about open marriages.
Okay.
And then they were talking about concubines in the Bible, and they said concubine.
Concubine is a beautiful word.
It's such a nice word, right? It just comes off the tongue like concubine.
Oh,
But-
specs.
Yeah, but I don't do it. My mom wasn't a concubine,
Just to be clear.
it didn't happen.
Oh, her neighbor.
Oh, her
That's
neighbor.
an example.
Everyone is
Well, we
fine.
actually don't know about the neighbor, but
Yeah, because she doesn't have Instagram. But I think a beautiful way to wrap this up would be with
Yeah.
another set of never have I ever questions. Just to
Okay,
end
let's
it
go
up on a
for
light note,
it.
because I think
Yeah.
it's got a little bit heavy. We've discovered our toxicities and our
Which one's me? I told you I don't have red flags, just silly tendencies.
Just silly tendencies. I really like, I don't know, maybe
I
I'm
like
being
that, that's so
extreme
cute.
in wanting to be self-aware, but for me, I'm like, I actively am looking for places where I'm failing.
Yeah.
Okay, failing
sounds
is a
very
strong word.
stressful to
Yeah.
be in your mind, to be honest.
It sounds like an emergency.
No.
The alarms, alert,
When I
codes red.
started going to therapy, that was the first thing that my therapist said is like, I'm what did she call it?
A wee.
Listen, all the time.
Catastrophizer. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
catastrophize everything. So
Yeah.
something maybe like this, but then I'll take it to the complete extreme. So that's also something I'm like constantly like, okay, I need to be
Yeah.
aware of that. So I think in my 20s, the one lesson that I would have taken away is the fact that it's gonna be fine. You still have time.
Feels good.
You can fix it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not over.
And even if you can't fix it, it's gonna be
It's gonna
fine.
be fine. It will be fixed. Also, have faith
She
in
still
the
has
Lord.
8 years to learn that one, so it's fine. But that's the truth.
I learned that. It's gonna be fine.
You learned that? Where was I?
Where did you come to class?
Girl. Okay. Have you ever snuck in somewhere? Yes.
Snuck in? No.
Can I go to jail for confessing where I've snuck in?
No.
It depends. It's the movies.
No.
Okay.
Or is it?
Snuck in.
Okay, can I tell you what happened?
Yeah.
Please don't arrest me. Like, no, guys, can I get arrested for real?
No.
Okay, fine. You'll tell me if this is arrest worthy or not. So, basically, we were at Global Citizen, right?
Oh.
And we had tickets, but the tickets that we were given were like up, there. And we came ready, like dressed in our Beyonce merch, like super ready. I had my flawless crop top. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that crop top so many times.
Crazy.
And I remember we had like our wigs, middle part. So we looked a little older. Like we looked like baddies, well,
Yeah.
relative to 2018.
Yeah,
what baddies looked like. And there was this almost VIP section that was much closer to the stage, but also had celebrities in it. But it was empty-ish. And everywhere else was packed, and we were really trying to get closer to Beyonce. And also the thing is, they were giving out tickets at random. Like there was someone just walking around the arena
Yeah, I
handing out.
remember that.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Washa?
I saw Beyonce. Beyonce, you know me.
Beyonce, you know, I'm pretty sure Beyonce don't know you, girl.
Huh?
Huh?
Yummy.
Beyonce's our auntie.
Someone was just
okay?
walking around like giving tickets to go closer. So we realized we're like, no man, if nobody cares who's sitting where, let's go inside.
go,
So we
yeah.
just kind of like walked into the VIP area as if like we belong there, and no one stopped us.
Yeah.
And then we
Life
got
is
in.
alive, Shana.
I love that.
Life is alive.
Bonang was sitting next to us, and Naomi Campbell and Trevor Noah, and they were like sitting on this little stand thing. So they weren't in the same area of us, but they were like right next, because there was like celebrities and there was like celebrities. Yeah, so we were just like sitting. I was like, I can't believe Bonang's weave is more slicker than Naomi Campbell's weave. It was actually crazy to see. That's how close I was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So-
such a cool story.
Yeah,
I wish I had
exactly.
one. I'm pretty sure I've stuck into some places, but I
think
can't
I've
have
snuck
a
in, but not like
notable.
Cobalt Citizen where the police and cops.
You know, they're coming for you.
Like, I would have been
Now you're making me sound wild. Police.
and cops.
So can I get arrested?
No, bags.
Guys, don't tell your dad if he's a policeman, please.
It's over.
Okay, have you ever partied for more than 24 hours solid? Gil, I
Yeah.
feel like you have.
No,
she just said yeah.
Oh God! How?
2 days in a row.
I've done Friday to basically Monday. Yeah.
My F. What do you even do at parties? You know, I still haven't been to like a...
But it's not partying, it's
So
more
like-
like back to back party.
Don't say a party.
Not even like a house party.
A what?
A house party?
No.
Back.
I've been to
Have you been to a
games
bar?
night. I've been to a games night.
Oh, games night is a party though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, but...
Socializing, there's socializing. And where there's drinks, even if you're not drinking, it's a party.
Oh. Then I'm cool.
It's more of a get together, but
It is
it's
more of a
okay.
get-together. I've never been to Groove. I don't think I'll ever go.
Don't
If you wanna
know.
go, I'll take you.
We will-
I'll take you to like safe
We'll take
places.
you.
To the safe
You guys
nice.
want to... You want
I
to
won't take you
see
to like
what's out
Tom
there.
Crazy.
Tom Cruise?
But if you want to go to Tom
I want to
Crazy.
see those girls in action.
Yeah, no, they do the most. I even only say good job when they done.
Really?
Yeah, then they just smile at me and say, you're weird. But they don't say it with their mouths. They just in their eyes, they're like, okay.
Have you been? Oh, okay. I think
I've been to many clubs. I don't like the club.
Oh, I also don't know.
No.
Not my vibe.
Yeah.
I love going to like bars.
Day clubs. Day clubs are
Yeah,
nice.
day
Like,
club, day drinking is cool. I love going out dancing. When I was in Joburg, Bram was my place. Great Dane and Kitchener saw me all the time. Yeah, but that was like back in the day.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Oh.
Okay, so the battery of the camera died, so
Bye.
we're technically forced to stop speaking now. So I don't know, any closing remarks on your 20s?
I'd say take it easy on yourself. Yeah.
That's all.
That's all I have.
My sister, you always have a lot to say. Surely there's more.
No, but that's just like very precious to say because I feel like it gets really intense at many moments because life is going to and then it won't. You're going to cry, then you're not going to cry.
Not me though,
You're
be
going to be
safe.
stressed. You're going to be what? What? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. You're gonna be stressed. You're gonna be unstressed. You're gonna have fun. So like in all those phases, just take it easy. Because I had to learn that I'm very like I was an extremist in terms of my emotions, and then I had to learn how to like balance it out. And one of the things that helped me was pace yourself and take it easy on yourself. Yeah.
I think I would just say to be present, as Back said, but also remember that time flies, you know?
Ooh, and it flies.
Time flies, and so the bad times won't last, but also the good times won't last. So you need to be present and enjoy and go through, and whatever the bad times, obviously you're not going to enjoy that, but you'll endure and get out on the other side. And yeah, just take it for what it is. You're doing, at the very least, you're doing okay, and that's fine.
And don't date potential.
Oh, please, man.
Don't date potential, but also go on dates because they're fun.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I'm that girl.
Guys, we are committing to have Backs go on dates and
but
update
the
us.
next time you see me, next year this time, I will have gone on 5 dates. In Jesus'
Oh, but
name.
that's so
Amazing.
small.
Is it small?
Yeah.
Oh, baby
It's
steps,
a good
my
starter,
ass.
you know?
You need to just go in the deep
Next
end.
year, this time.
Hey, but next year this time I'll probably be married.
Oh.
No, you actually never know.
Now I'm being an extremist again.
Who
I'm
knows?
definitely
Is it 5
catastrophizing.
days or marriage?
Marry me right now or I die. But thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode. It's a little bit wonky with the camera dying, whatever. But I'm a new camera girl, okay? I'm still figuring it out, so give me grace. But I really hope that you enjoyed this podcast episode. Make sure that you go check out Keo and Bokang's channel. Well, Bokang has got multiple personality disorder on the internet.
What?
Yes, because she's got like Bokang.
Oh, that's
And then she's
Bokang.
got the B word. Yeah, they're
yeah.
two separate, well, yes, entities.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Platforms.
exactly. Yeah. So go search for them.
But I DM'd you on Bokang.
Did you?
I DM'd Gil about
Oh, you talking about
this. Oh, you thought I'm in a
Instagram.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much work.
That's a lot.
I was like, you have a YouTube channel?
Can you imagine?
But this started out as your YouTube channel.
It did.
Hey, but now we are starting a new conversation. Guys,
Yeah.
we love you so much. Check out everything in the description box to find their social media and tell your friends about this podcast episode because it banged. Bye.
Yo, that conversation was too good. I think for me, what really stood out was the part where Bokang started speaking about the scarcity mentality that girls get as we get older, and then we start zibbling and dabbling in relationships that we shouldn't be in. Listen, what a chat. Let me know down in the comment section what stood out for you, and I am gonna love and leave you till I see you next week.